Hello and welcome to my kitchen. How you doing today, Nude Crew? My name is Cup Goodle. I'm a sentient cup of noodles and I'm studying Japanese. I like that guitar sound. This week is sort of a bunch of just guerrilla streams. I'm still streaming at generally the same time periods that I normally stream at. Some nights I'm just end up not. I just haven't been streaming at my normal on my normal days. Last night I didn't do a stream. The night before I didn't do a stream. I normally would, but decided to work on other things. The funny thing is, the stuff that I was working on, I've been working on an original tabletop RPG, which I love doing. I love designing tabletop RPG systems, and it's not the first one that I've done. I homebrew a whole bunch of stuff for D&D, and I love making systems, game systems of my own. And I would love to see like so many of those be used in person with a group. But I was designing one specifically with the idea of using it on stream, and designed all the rules, and it would work great, and it would work simple enough that I got super excited and was thinking maybe I'll draw some assets for it today, like some equipment and cards and things that can be used for it. But then I realized tonight, hold on, I need to drink some water. My throat is a little sore. Hold on one second. I realized earlier tonight that the way I had designed the game, and the only way that it would actually exist, would not really work for streaming. It would work perfectly for tabletops. It would work great as, like, you know, if you have a group around the same table, it would work absolutely wonderfully, flawlessly. But unfortunately, it does not really work digitally. It does not really work virtually over webcam or over Discord chat or anything like that. Excuse me. So much of, because unlike D&D, you need to be able to see so much of the table. It's like a card game almost. You need to be able to see the table going on. And it's like for D&D, you don't really need to see anything except for a map, if you need to see it at all. And you don't even really need to see the map. You can have a map, or you can just do theater of the mind, and each individual player can have their own character sheet open, and you don't really need to know each other's character sheets. You know, you don't need to know, the fighter doesn't need to know what the cleric can do. That's not important. And the enemies, like all the creatures and stuff, the dungeon master doesn't need to show them. Like, they don't need to see those because the dungeon master keeps those secret, and you don't get to know what the enemy's hit points are, what the enemy's moves are. You don't get to know what's behind door number 1 or door number 2 or anything like that. But the one I'm designing, which is inspired by Dicey Dungeons, the video game, you do need to know what the enemy's moves are. You do need to know how much HP they have. And this one is designed for a big whole party. This one is not just single player. This one is designed for a whole group. And because it's a strategy game like that, you kind of need to know what your allies have as well. So imagine a table with a bunch of cards and equipment, like everyone's, like, you know, equipment or cards all like out on display, and the enemy's cards and equipment out on display as well. The whole point is you need to be able to see all of those things on the table. That does not really work virtually, because if you imagine my, like, you know, space around here, like, even if I did the entire screen as like a tabletop, imagine like 6 players, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you need to be able to see all, each one has, like, you know, 6 equipment cards, like, out at once, and you need to be able to not only see what they have out, but read the text that they have for them too. You need to be able to see what it says. At a regular table, that's fine. You can like pick up a card and look at it. You can lean over and look at it. You can be next to the people around you and get a good look at everyone's equipment on the table in front of you. But virtually, like, all on this screen, it doesn't work that well. It's not easy to see everyone's equipment on a little screen like this. And as stuff gets affected, as HP gets changed, as equipment gets switched out, I could not really think of a way to do it. On stream that would be streamlined, no pun intended, and be entertaining and easy, and would allow all the players to actually see each other's stuff. Like, each player could kind of look at their own thing, that would be fine, but it would be really hard to show everyone's stuff. What would be required is essentially a whole new website. That's what it would require. It would require creating like an entirely new website, web function, in order to use any of that. Hi Sprockets, good morning. I'm talking about a game a tabletop game that I'm designing, but that will end up not really working on stream because you kind of need to be able to see an entire table of stuff at once, which is a shame because I wanted to use it on stream. And so I think the thing that would require is an entirely proprietary website or web app or something that lets you click on a person's equipment. Audio is great. That's great. Excellent. I'm really glad. Thank you very much for telling me. It would it might allow you to like click on a player, click on an enemy, and see their equipment, zoom in, read, that kind of stuff. But without that, without some sort of proprietary website or proprietary app or something like that, which I would not be able to make because I do not have coding experience, I don't think it would be able to run virtually. I don't think it would be able to run, not even just on stream, but even over a like Discord chat or anything like that. It really is like I designed a cool game, but for tabletop, and it really only works for tabletop. It's not like D&D where you could have a stream for it or videotape it or anything. The only thing you would need is maybe a really good camera videotaping, or like several cameras videotaping several parts of the table, like one on the enemy side, one on the player side, and zoomed in, like, you know, to be able to see those things. So if I can come, it's a shame because I really wanted to showcase that on stream in the future, but unless I can think of something else, unless I can think of some way to videotape it, essentially, some way to stream it, it's probably never going to be able to be streamable. I'll keep on thinking, but at the moment it seems like there would be no simple way of doing that without hiring someone to create like my own website for it, which would I think would not be the hugest website, but would be a big enough task that I might not end up doing it. But with that out of the way, like, you know, I decided instead of working on anything for that, because I wasn't sure if I would ever get to do that on stream now, I decided tonight was either going to be drawing stream or Japanese practice stream. And it's been a week or so since I've done Japanese practice, so we're doing Japanese practice today. So there's like, you know, 6 new lessons here, and then a bunch of review stuff. We'll start as usual. We'll do all of our little kanji reviews and lessons, and then move on to the textbook, the course book, and learn a little bit from that. My throat is a little bit sore. I can't remember what my throat is sore from, but it's a little bit sore. There we go. So let's start with our lessons today. Just 6 new little lessons. Sunrise. Okay. What are these pronunciations? Because these can be several different pronunciations. I think it's maybe maybe day. Hinode. Hinode, yeah. I need the headphones for this part so I can hear what it's saying. Hinode. Hinode. One doo 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 doo. Hinode. Hinode. Reading, word use, hinode. Then I watched the sunrise from Mount Fuji. そうして、富士山から日の出を見ました。日の出を見ました。It's almost sunrise. もうすぐ. That's right, sugu is like. もうすぐ日の出の時間だよ。日の出の時間。Sunrise time. That was a really beautiful sunrise, wasn't it? めっちゃ綺麗な日の出だったね。めっちゃ綺麗な日の出だったね。はいはい。Ex-partner. An ex-partner. Is that a common phrase that people are using in Japanese? Your ex-partner? Origin. What is origin by itself? I know it's gen, but what is origin by itself? Motto partner.
Moto partner.
Moto partner. Moto partner.
Moto partner.
Moto partner. Former partner, ex-partner. Your original partner. Ex-partner's house, ex-partner's dog. A former partner of the prince. French ex-partner, your ex-partner. Context. I got a text from my ex-partner. Oh, it's the same as my ex-partner's necklace. This is a video of me skiing with my ex-partner at Mount Fuji. It doesn't give you context whether it is any partner or just business partner. Relationship partner. Doesn't give. It's so weird to have a word for ex-partner, I think. Because that doesn't seem too common of a thing you're going to be talking about. But I guess maybe it's really just to show how motto gets used. That you kind of use it as ex. And we kind of learn partner itself too. So maybe we'll be able to use motto for other things. Let's see what kind of a kanji they have for us. Motto is originally. Motto partner. And that's it. We don't really get any other like vocab words like that. Okie dokie. Oh, it's a small stone. Stone was ishi, I believe, or maybe iwa. Ishikoro. Ishikoro.
Ishikoro.
Ishikoro. Ishikoro. Ish. Yosh. Ish. Pebble. Stone. Small stone. Ishikoro. Ishikoro. Word use. Small pebble, small stone. Context. I'm collecting small pebbles to paint. Painto suru tame no. For the reason of tame. Like, for the reason of. Painto suru tame no. Ishikoro o hirotte iru desu. I know hirotte iru desu because, to collect. Like a gather. You're gathering. Hirogeru, hirogaru. That kind of thing. Throw the stone at the ninja. この石ころ、あの忍者に投げるんだ。投げるんだ。はいはい。了解。Someone else. 他の人？他の人。
他の人。
他の人。他の人。他の人。Someone else, other people, another person. 他の人. Fine, I'll have someone else do it. いいよ. Hey, you don't want to do it? Then I'll give it to someone else. いらないの? じゃあ、他の人にあげるね. I'll give it, あげるね. 他の人にあげるね. Huh, so you deceived someone else, eh? Ooh, saucy. Huh? それで、他の人を騙したんだ。騙したんだ. These are fun sentences. They improved their entertainment of their sentences. They also improved the simplicity of them, and they stopped using a whole bunch of kanji all over the place. I like this. They are getting better. WaniKani got better at making these context sentences. They originally had full sentences with like a whole bunch of kanji in them that like you can't read, so you don't really have any idea of how stuff is pronounced. But here, like everything is in hiragana or katakana except for the one phrase in all of these. So it's much easier to read these in much simpler sentences, which is nice. Originally, motto motto. Hi-fi. Hello. Kanji pog. There's no kanji for pog, fi. I don't know what you're talking about. The pog kanji. Pog. This kanji instead is motto motto. Originally. Moto moto. Are you guys able to hear? I don't know whether this is going through the stream or not, because I never set up this website specifically to allow my viewers to hear it. Are you able to hear these audio clips? Because I listen to those for the pronunciation, but I'm not sure if the stream is able to hear them. A bit too soft? That's okay. It's okay. I don't really need you to hear them. I'm sure it is just the desktop audio. For example, this is probably going to be very loud.
Moto moto.
That might be very loud if I did it like that. But I was really just curious whether it actually came through. I don't really need it to be audible. I just need people to... I'm just curious whether people know what I'm doing when I do that. So, thank you. Thank you for telling me. Originally. Yeah, that was probably that. I turned the, it's just my desktop computer audio. Very, like, right now it is at minus 20 decibels. I turned it up to, full 0 decibels, like standard volume. So that one was max volume. Sorry if that was loud. But thank you for telling me that you can hear it. I'm very glad to know that you can hear it. That is nice to be able to hear what I'm hearing. Originally, from the beginning, by nature. Motomoto.
もともと
Motomoto. This area was originally pink. ここはもともとは two was? 二つはここはもともとはピンクだったんだよ. This model used to be a designer, right? あのモデルさんってもともとは It seems like it's always もともとはデザイナーだったんでした。だったんでしょう. This club hasn't been very popular from the beginning. もともとこのクラブはあんまり like not very あんまりポピュラーじゃないからね. It's never been like not あんまりポピュラー. Hi. Let's see what we've learned. Vocabulary meaning. Hinode. Sunrise. The sunrise. The sun is coming out. The sun is coming out. Oh, the sun came out. Good for it. Let's throw a party for it. Its parents will be so proud. Ishkoro. A little stone. Ishkoro. It's like an ishko. Like a little baby stone. Hinode. Motomoto. Do. Meaning originally. Pebble. That is Moto partner. Hoka no hito. Other people. Other person. An ex-partner. Such a weird phrase to be learning. Nice. Oh! I just unlocked new lessons. Hold up. How many more lessons do I got? Just one. Alright, I'll see your one. I just unlocked a brand new thing. Tall and degrees. Altitude. So, is that cold? I think it's cold, right? Yeah. Cold. Gundu. Doo boom. Pew boom. Cold. It's got that nice drop to it. Doo doo. Cold. High level, altitude. Something that is tall in degrees. That makes sense. This UFO is now at an altitude of 33,000 feet. Kono UFO wa ima kodo 339フィートのところにいる. Right now, this UFO, as for this UFO, right now, Altitude 30,000, 30,000, 3,000, 30,000 plus 3,000. God, Mon is, I always think Mon is so weird. 10,000s plus 3,000 feet of a place it is. Start the quiz. That's the only one for right now. Altitude. Actually, is there the context? Yeah, let's read the context again. Michael used advanced techniques to complete one difficult game after another. I just realized, yeah, there's these other... You can't... It's not just high altitude, but it's also high level. So, high altitude, high level. Altitude is too high, the air becomes too thin, but it does also just altitude. So it's both metaphorical and physical. Cold. Cold. Nice. Okay, let's do a little bit of this review here, and then we can get on to some textbook stuff. Let's get at least below 200, and then we'll go. This is... Ooh. I believe that is... Together... Is it together the same? I think that's together the same. If it's together the same thing, that is collaboration, right? Collaboration. You're all working together on the same thing. Radical name root? Good? Root? Mikata. Mikata is a companion, an ally, a friend. Yeah, companion. Akujin. Akujin, a bad guy. Akunin. Oh, okay. Roll do or do. Is either do or roll. I think this is... Dolce. I think this is... Alright, there's a person a guy carrying a woman and a stool. I think it is do. Damn. Do. It's only do. It's not do. So how do we remember that person carrying a woman and a stool is just do without a U? There's no room for you there. That's not you. We're doing a lot. Do. This is labor. Toil. Labor. So toil and struggle. You're doing a whole lot. You're carrying so many things. Alright, Mikata. Master of kanji is pulling strings, writing your words and learning your things. I'm getting good grades on this. If I keep drinking that, I'll have to piss. Master of kanji is talking about piss. Why do you keep rhyming things with piss? No one wants to be listening to that. See, I could have done this, but I decided not to. Alright. This is together. It's to compete. Kiso. You have a kiss competition. Kiso. Nyugaku Shiken. Jiken? Wait. Nyugaku Shiken. That is an entrance exam. Nyugaku Shiken? Yes. Shiken. Nyugaku Shiken. So, to compete. Nyugaku Shiken. Hi, hi, hi. I kind of want to see where that song was going. It wasn't really going anywhere. I was actively floundering to come up with things that rhymed. And I was like, you know what? If I just use piss at the end of every line, then I don't need to come up with anything that rhymes. That's the secret. See, that's work smarter, not harder mentality right there. What is... This is a plant, right? Is this just ueru? Ueru. Hi. That is a plant. That is a shoku. Alright. Kyodo? Kyodo? Kyodo. It's always the do versus does. There's either do or long do. Do. It's always those. It's always those, though. It's always those, though. You know those does, though? Those does, though? I hate doing those does, though. You can't be dozing on those does, though. He does doze on those does. What does he do? He does doze on those does, though. But I fucking love that. That's so fucking funny. Reading. No. Oh, say. Sayo. Is that a task or an errand? A make task? I'll say an errand. No, wait, is that an effect? Effect? Yeah, that's such a weird word. Do. We got a lot to do, but it's not do tonight. Buy? Yes, that's a case situation. Akunin. There we go. Wiru is to plant something. Master. Tsuki. This is including so-and-so. And is it tsuki or zuki? Tsuki. Sayo. King... Something Michi. Chikamichi. That is a shortcut, a close road. Meaning, toil, a lot of toil. Tsuki. Situation, case. In this situation. Kyo do. Meaning, become. Shuden. Chikamichi. That is a family? I think that's a family. Zoku. Hi. That is a finger or to pick up something. I think that's a finger. Yeah, because it would not be pick up just by itself. Finger. What does pickup look like? I forget what pickup looks like, but it is. Oh, pickup has the meeting kanji in it. And finger has the spoon in it. I remembered finger had spoon in it, but... Because when you're spooning someone, you got... Never mind. Anyway, shu then is the last train. Beddonoshita. Under the bed. Spoon. One of those little kanjis was the kanji for spoon. Or at least it used to be called the spoon. Here on WaniKani. I don't know if it's officially called that. And you know, when you're spooning someone. Like, you know, laying both of you next to each other, like two spoons fitting together. Beddo no shita. Beddo no shita. A lot more. Oyabun. Oyabun. That is like a boss, like a mob boss, I think. Family. Family. Kiru. Kirura kiru. Yubi. Yubi a good finger. Yubi a Korone fan? A Korone fan? IB. Yubi? IB. Yoi. Yoi. What is a task idea? Task idea, I think, is prep. Everything is always preparation. Preparation, yeah. Have an idea of what to do for a task. Extinguish change. Shoka. Extinguish change, I believe, is digestion. Delete change, I believe that's digestion. Is it shoka? Yeah. Alright, part of the sun on your wings is just sunlight, right? And the part of the sun on your wings is going to be the yo. Yes, taiyo. That's the yo part of taiyo. I always know, because of Precure, because of a magical girl show, I know that taiyo means like sunlight. Because in, I think it was in Heart Catch Precure, they had the yellow-haired girl who was of like sunflower and sunlight themed. Pretty sure that was the series with her, and she would always reach her hand to the sky and say like, by the taiyo, by the sunlight, you know, shining sunlight stuff. And so I always remember that taiyo is sunlight, but I need to be able to remember which kanji is tai and which kanji is yo. Oh really? Taiyo is pronounced the same in Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. That's very helpful, because a lot of times the kanji is pronounced slightly differently in Chinese and Japanese. So that's very, very helpful. It is like, if I can remember that fat is Thai, big ol' fat son, then that is helpful, but I often forget that. Radical name, ooh, is this reason or humble? We'll say reason. No, we will say, yeah, we'll say reason. Nope, it's humble. I don't really care about radicals too much. That is Yoki. And if it is sunlight energy, this could mean good weather, right? Or it could mean like a friendly, positive, upbeat attitude. Which one do I go with? Pleasant. I think I wrote that one extra. Pleasant, yeah. Cheerful, jovial, merry, lively, spring season, warm weather. If you have a very summer-like attitude, if you have a very warm weather-like attitude. You are really blessed to have such a cheerful wife who's good at cooking and loves her children. Got carried away by the warm spring weather and fell asleep before I knew it. My family is poor but jovial. You have such a springtime type of attitude to you. I wrote pleasant because that's the one that I'm able to remember. Meaning a boss. Like a mob Genki boss. Mukashi. We'll do a few more. We want to get, you guys probably can't see this up here, but there's number 208. We're trying to get to 208. Or we're trying to get 200 down to 200. To where? Shoka. That's digestion, I believe. Yes. Yoki. Saigo. Saigo. The very last. The last, the latest, end, conclusion. The last. Let's put in the end as well. Sunlight. Master. Pister. Pastor. Pastor. Give me spaghetti with meatballs, please. Make it al dente and give it with cheese. How about a meat sauce with rigatoni? Want some tomatoes and extra bread to see? Pastor. Pasta. That's it. That's all I can think of. I can't think of any other lines about pastor. Also, it could be like a pastor, like a priest, but that's not an interesting song. Unlike my pasta song to the tune of Master of Puppets by Metallica, which is a very, very good song that is sure to chop the tarts. It's sure to top the charts. Humble. It's sure to chop the tarts. Hanashikata. Way of speaking. Way of saying something. Hanashikata. Two more. Long ago. One more. Yoi. Which is prep. Metallica was so good. Metallica was good. There were, it always seemed like there was such a big leap between some of the speed metal that came before Metallica and Metallica. Whereas, like, a lot of times the evolution of music throughout history, or the evolution of rock music, like guitar music throughout history, and even really just kind of all music, it had sort of a clear trend, a clear predecessor and precedent that you could see as the trend changed, people would just push things slightly farther, change it a little bit, add one new thing. But two big changes, like two big leaps where you're just like, wow, there wasn't really very much that like happened right before this. It was a big leap in rock music. Was Black Sabbath, like when Black Sabbath came out with its first album, and the difference in sound between it and a lot of the hard rock before it, and that was specifically because of Tony Iommi's like hand injury, tuning down his guitar so that it, you know, had that really deep sound to it, like just sort of accidentally made their sound so much different and heavier than everyone else's, where it wasn't really because of previous stuff it sounded like that. They didn't really sound like that because like there was another band that sounded very similar and they just took it a step farther. But no, it's just like a random collection of, well, Tony Iommi just happened to do this thing because of this reason, and it had a totally different sound. Ozzy Osbourne just happened to sound this way and just made a different sound that made it such a big leap from like Led Zeppelin before them and other, like, you know, early hard rock, heavy metal type stuff before them. And then that like it invented thrash essentially. But like the jump between like speed metal in like the mid like 70s, mid to late 70s, to like thrash metal in like the mid to late 70s, like thrash metal after that. When was Kill 'Em All? Kill 'Em All was in like, it was in like, was it 1980 or was it before or after that? It was in like 81 or something, 81. I think that was around when Kill 'Em All and like a lot of early like San Francisco Bay Area like thrash metal was starting. I can't remember the exact year, but I think it was around 80, maybe like 79. But yeah, the difference between like Motorhead before them and like some other speed metal bands like Iron Maiden and stuff. 83 was Kill 'Em All? Okay. And like all the hard rock that had come before that, like there was such a big gap, a big difference between the speed metal, which was like the fastest metal at the time, and then Metallica with thrash coming out of like California area, like was such a huge jump that like I don't know if there was a specific band or two or style or two that really influenced Metallica's sound, really influenced the thrash sound. Metallica, Slayer, and there were two others. There was like 4 really big thrash bands who all like kind of emerged from the same area around the same time. And Anthrax, yeah. But like the difference in their sound was so big. And I think part of it was not only did they just decide to go much faster, which was part of like that, the speed at least is you can see a trend, because like Motorhead and like Judas Priest and people were getting pretty fast in some of their songs. So you can kind of see how the speed was getting there, but just the guitar distortion was turned up so far beyond anything anyone had ever done. Like those guitars were so grungy and dirty that, and also the sound quality, the recording quality was so much lower. All of those early especially like Kill 'Em All sounded almost like a garage recording, and like so many of those like some of the earliest people's like first thrash albums were like so messy sounding, so unpolished sounding as far as like recording quality goes, that it all combined to this huge leap where there was like nothing like it before. Because like even other bands that took the world by storm, bands like the Rolling Stones or bands like the Beatles, like they didn't invent their music. They didn't invent anything. They like all of their music was just styled after music that they had listened to before, and you can see very clear inspirations where it's just like, oh, they just listened to this person or this artist and wanted to do their own sort of thing. But the people, whoever like Metallica was listening to, they decided to just do stuff totally new from that, where it's not like, oh, they clearly listened to this person. Like, no, it's just like they clearly went off the rails with whatever they were listening to. That I always am waiting to find that missing link, you know? You talk about missing links, like, missing links in evolution. Like, we can see this one and then the final one, this early one and the final one, there's probably some missing link in between that represents, like, the middle step. And I'm always looking for that missing link. We're just like, what was there any sort of missing link in between, like, some of the speed metal before that and some of the thrash after that? Where it's just like, oh, this is what really inspired Metallica's sound. This is the thing that really was like slightly heavier than Motorhead and slightly less heavy than Metallica, that you can really see if there was this clear trend where A to B to C. Because otherwise we get A and C and you're just like, damn, they skipped some shit there. And that's impressive if it is in fact like just skipping shit on your own. But enough of that. Enough of good Metallica talk. We're moving on. Now it's time for us to be good little boys and girls and learn some Nihongo. And we've got our Genki textbook up that we're going to be using. So let me move this over here. And we have this to learn from. Should be all good. I think we can just continue doing stuff like this. I could move this if I do it like that. 60 there. 60 here. That's close enough. I can do that. Probably move that over a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so this vocab that we were working on before. So last time we did some of this vocab, we'll review a little bit of it. We learned how to tell, like, you know, time and age, time expressions. I was trying to ipun, nihun, sampun, yonpun, gohun. I was trying to look for some method of remembering whether it was pun or whether it was hun. And I used my knuckles to memorize it. You know how you can use your knuckles to remember the months? If you guys have ever learned that. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and you like count on your knuckles whether it's the high part, low part, high part, low part, to remember whether there's 31 days or whether there's 30 days. That is a useful little trick that I still remember and still use sometimes if I forget whether a month has 30 or 31 days. And I figured out a good place to start to remind myself of this too. I start on the third knuckle on the left hand. I skip the first two and start on the third knuckle, and it's poon, 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 and it follows the same knuckles there, where it's high, low, high, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, and I remember those things, because according to the Japanese speakers, happun is much more common than hachifun, which is apparently not common at all. And so if we just focus on happun, then that works. Ipun, hun, pun, pun, hun, pun, hun, pun, hun, pun. And we remember it that way. So that was my thing. And then this one, ages for sai. It's only hassai and issai that are really different. And then hatachi, that one is different. But even if you forget like ichisai, hachisai, I feel like that's very forgivable if you forget that, because you're just forgetting to do the right, like, you know, small abbreviation, kind of making it slightly wrong word. But I feel like this is the more important one to remember the exact pronunciation. And this one, we can still remember issai, hassai, but if we forget, it's a little bit more forgivable, I think. And we started on selling and buying, numbers, more stuff like that. We learned vocabulary. Kore sore are dore, kono sono ano dono, koko soko asoko doko, and dare, who, oishii sakana, tonkatsu, niku, menu, yasai. Enpitsu is a pencil, umbrella is a kasa, bag is a kaban, shoes are kutsu, wallet is saifu, jeans are jeansu. That's right, jeans are jeans. Dictionary is Jisho, and I know that because I'm constantly going to jisho.com. A good dictionary site. Jisho is such a good dictionary site. I'm so thankful that there's a really good dictionary site. Bicycle, jitensha, and that is self-revolving sha. To revolve oneself. To revolve oneself is a bicycle. Shinbun, which is a like new culture, is a newspaper. Shinbun, or like new writing. Culture and writing are the same kanji. And T-shatsu is t-shirt, and that's easy. Toke is a watch, and you can remember because it goes tick-tock, tick-tock. So toke, 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 tok, tok, tok. Hon is book, noto is notebook, pen is pen, boshi is cap. Kisaten is a cafe, a kisaten. Ginko Baloba is at a bank. Ginko, bank. Toire is a toilet. Toshokan. I don't know what kanji Toshokan uses, so I haven't. That one's a little bit harder for me to remember. And Yubinkyo. I also don't know what Yubinkyoku. I also don't know what kanji make that, so I don't really remember. America, Igirisu, Kankoku, Chugoku. Keizai, Computer, Pasokon, Business, Rekishi, Okasan, Otosan, Ikura, how much? En, takai ne. Irashaimase, onegaishimasu, ja, dozo, domo, etc., etc., etc. Ano, sono, kono, dono, etc., etc. Kore, sore, are, dare, dore. So-and-so, mo so-and-so, so-and-so, janai desu. We learned all this. Finally, how man. And here's where we are starting off for the next one. So let us Control Alt Tab. Maybe Control Tab. Control Tab works. Okay. Now we're gonna start with this is a worksheet, and it's simple enough. Write the following numbers in Arabic numerals. We just have to read this and figure out what number it is. 470. That is 470. 470. Number 2. 853. Oh, actually, you know what? This is also useful for us to learn and practice. Is which ones have pyaku instead of hyaku? 3, 6, and 8. 300, 600, 800. Everything else, how do we remember 3, 6, 8? We remember 3, 6, 9, damn she fine. Get it, get low. Get low, get low, get low. It's 3, 6, 9, but then you just, it's slightly one off. It's only 8 instead of 9. And then Sanzen, Hassen, those are all different, 3 and 8. Roksen. Roksen would be easy to remember because Rokhyaku obviously doesn't really sound good, but Roksen sounds fine. Sansen, yeah, might sound a little too aggressive. And Hachisen, nah. Hapyaku, Hassen. It's always 8. It's often 1 too. 1 as well. 1, 2. So, Hapyaku Goju-san. That is 853. And this is Sensan Byaku. That is 1,300. Ichiman Nanasen. That is 10,000 Nanasen. So 17,000. 10,000 plus 7,000. Sanzen Ropyaku. This is Sanzen 3,000. Ropyaku 600 Juni and 12. Now, Gosen Hyaku Kyuju Hachi. So 5,100 Kyuju 98. 1,000 5,198. Yonman Roksen Kyuhyaku 40,000 Roksen 46,000 Kyuhyaku 900 46,900 Kyuman Nihyaku Ju Kyuman, that is 90,000 Nihyaku 90,210. Excellent. Now, 541. 541 541 2736 2736 700 8900 8900 Therefore, 12,345 12,345. That one's a little bit easier for some reason. Now we can get to these are, let's read up on the yen part here. Japan's official currency is the yen, which is pronounced en in Japanese. The bills and coins currently in circulation are the following: the Ichiman yen bill, a portrait of Yukichi Fukuzawa, the 1835 to 1901, a philosopher and the founder of Keio University. Portrait of Ichio Higuchi, 1872 to 1896, a writer and poet. 5,000 yen. 2,000 yen bill. Shirei Gate, the second gate of Shirei Castle in Okinawa. 1,000 yen bill. Portrait of Hideo Noguchi, 1876 to 1928. A bacteriologist who devoted himself to yellow fever research. And a 500 yen coin, a 100 yen coin, 50 yen coin, 10 yen coin, 5 yen coin, and 1 yen coin. A yen, obviously all money fluctuates in value quite a bit, so it's never going to be exact, but you can usually guesstimate, get a, not too far off guess of how much something is worth in dollars, American dollars, by simply dividing these numbers by 100. You can treat each of these like cents rather than as dollars. And so, 1 yen coin is, you can think of it like 1 cent, a penny. 5 yen is a nickel, 5 cents. 10 yen is 10 cents. 50 yen is 50 cents. 100 yen is basically $1. 500 yen is basically $5. 1,000 yen is basically $10. 2,000 yen, $20. 5,000 yen, $50. Which is also fairly similar to how we do our coins and bills in America. We have 1, 5, 10. We have 50, but we don't really use it. And we have single dollar coins, but we don't really use it. We don't have $5 coins, though. We do have $10 bills, $20 bills, $50 bills, and $100 bills, though. Don't know how it stacks up to euros, pounds, or Canadian or Australian dollars, so good luck on that. You're on your own. Y'all are on your own. All bills and coins are different sizes. For example, the bills slightly descend in length from 10,000 yen to 1,000 yen. Although credit cards are now widespread in Japan, some small shops and restaurants do not accept them, even in major cities. I wonder if that's still true, because this was written, 10, 20 years ago, however long ago this was written. So there's a chance that nowadays this is no longer true in this book. That maybe everywhere except cards. I don't know, maybe if you go out to, the countryside, small town, people are old-fashioned, maybe a bunch of them still don't accept credit cards. Consequently, most people also usually carry a certain amount of cash with them, and ATMs can be found almost everywhere. Prepaid cards are available for use for public transportation and shopping. Personal checks are not used in Japan. No checks in Japan. I also still wonder if that's true. But this is one thing that is good about Japan and a lot of other countries. Bills and coins are all different sizes and different feels. That is one thing about American money that is very annoying, is that none of our bills are different sizes, which makes it very, very difficult for blind people to use. Like if you are fully blind, there is no way to tell the difference between any of our money, and you're kind of screwed. You have to rely on someone else to help you out with money. Whereas any other country, like specifically for blind people and anyone who just can't tell what the money is, like everything having a different size is you can just tell by the size instantly what kind of bill it is, or coin if it's like a different shape. Like these yen coins, some of them have holes in them. They're probably different sizes. I think I know some of them are like different colors, right? Like some of them are made of copper, some of them aren't. So we're done with the numbers. Read the following numbers. This is just good practice. Doing number practice is just good practice. You're never going you're never going to stop using numbers. There's never a point in learning a language where you're not going to use the numbers anymore. Where it's just like, oh, I've practiced the numbers. I can move on from those now. No, you're going to be using numbers every single day of your life forever. And so it's really good to have numbers down really well. 34 67 83 99 125 515. This is 603 850 1300 1300 3400 3400 8900 8900 35000 35000 64500 and finally 92350 40. Hell yeah. いくらですか is how much, and then you say n after the amount. So let's practice this a little bit. Look at the pictures and complete the dialogue. Question blank. Answer. 24000 円です。24000円です。So the bike is 24000円です。20,000 24000 4,000. And they're saying it's that many n, so the question is probably the jitensha wa ikura desu ka? Jitensha wa ikura desu ka? Jitensha wa 24000 円です。Kaban wa, that is a bag. Kaban wa ikura desu ka? Ikura desu ka? Kaban wa. Sono kaban wa 3600円です。3600円です。And 新聞はいくらですか？この新聞は160円。160円です。Hell yeah, hell yeah. This is my pen. これは僕のペンです。僕のペンです。That is Ken's book. それは Ken の本です。What is that? あれは何ですか？それは何ですか？あれ It's all the way over there, so it's あれは何ですか？ Is this meat? Is this meat? You can't tell. Is this meat? Is this real meat? Is this some of those new fancy plant foods? This is some of those new fancy plant foods that are tasting a whole lot like meat these days. At least the way that my roommate makes it. My roommate is a good cook. She doesn't cook too often, but my roommate is a really good cook, and she can make any kind of vegan, meat replacement product taste amazing. Like when she makes, she uses any vegetarian or vegan meat substitute that is looks and tastes like meat. She makes it so fucking good. I cannot tell that it is not real meat, and she seasons it really, really nicely. And so I'm guessing if I tried to, it would probably not taste good, but the way she does it is excellent. Is this meat? これは肉ですか? Yeah, I think that's fine. これは肉ですか? Mary and Takeshi are talking. Look at the picture and fill in kore, sore, or are. Mary. 1. Blank wa Takeshi-san no kasa desu ka? This is kore wa Takeshi-san no kasa desu ka? This is Takeshi-san's umbrella. Is it? Iie. Sore wa Michiko-san no kasa desu. That is Michiko-san's umbrella. Sore. Mary-san no saifu desu. That's wallet. これはメアリーさんの財布ですか？私の財布です。It's my wallet. He's got the wallet right there. たけしさん、あれはたけしさんの自転車ですか？そうですか。そうです。あれは何ですか？郵便局です。Just, I guess you're just looking at, I guess it's the bank. Wait, that's the post office. 郵便局 is the post office, right? What is that over there? あれは何ですか? Complete the following conversation between the attendant and customer at a watch shop. いらっしゃいませ. Customer pointing at a watch. How much is this watch? この時計はいくらですか? その時計は3000円です。How much is that watch? その時計はいくらですか? And I guess she can say however much she wants. Oh, this is number 2. 2800円です。Pointing watch number 3. That's away from both of them. あの時計はいくらですか？あの時計は1500円です。1500円です。じゃあ、あの時計をください。あの時計をください。ください。Let me see, what would they say? What were they saying about? ください。ください。Please give me X. お願いします。Please. どうぞ。So, おください or お願いします。Your B, answer A's question with ここ、そこ or あそこ。たけしさんはどこですか? I don't know who Takeshi-san. I think Takeshi-san is the guy in the back here. Takeshi-san wa, あそこですか? Sue-san wa, I think Sue is meant to be a Korean woman? I think this is their, we have like Takeshi-san, Takeshi-san, Takeshi-san. Okay, I'm having a stroke. Takeshi-san. I believe this is how they depict the Japanese man Takeshi-san. God damn it. I've completely lost his name. Takeshi-san. Takeshi-san. In the back, I believe Sue-san is a Korean woman that they depict like this. I think this is an American or an English man. Robato. Yeah, I think that's an English man that they depict out there. I think that's like a teacher guy in the back. And, all right. Sue-san wa doko desu ka? Sue-san wa soko desu. Just soko. Over by you. Robato-san wa doko desu ka? Robato-san wa koko. I say, yanking his arm and showing him to you. Dore wa doko desu ka? Dore wa asoko desu. Asoko. Ask Michiko whose items these are. Number 1. この帽子は or 誰の帽子 would you just say like この帽子は誰の帽子ですか? Where's Dare again? Dare no noun. In lesson 1, we learned how to say things like Mary-san no denwa bango, Mary-san's and Takashi-san no oka-san. We now learn how to ask who something belongs to. The question word for who is dare and whose is simply add no. これは誰のカバンですか? So you could say これは or このカバンは誰のカバンですか? So yeah, I was right. それはスーさんのカバンです. So you could just say これは誰のですか? So, これは誰の帽子ですか? それはたくさんの帽子です. And number 2 is a 本. この本は誰のですか? 誰の本ですか? それは私の Oh, that's a wallet? I thought it was a book. 財布です. And その傘は誰の傘ですか? あれはメアリーさんの傘です. Translate the following sentence in Japanese. Use mo after the underscored phrases. Ms. Tanaka is Japanese. Ms. Tanaka is Japanese. Mr. Yoshida is Japanese too. Tanaka-san は日本人です. Yoshida-san も日本人です. Yoshida-san も日本人です. Tanaka-san は20歳です. 20歳です. Yoshida-san も20... Oh wait. Hatachi? Where is it? Ages, I think it was earlier than... Hatachi is usually used, although nijusai can be used. So it can be used. But hatachi. There's always exceptions. Get rid of that. Yen down to numbers here. We're on there. So, Tanaka-san wa hatachi desu. Yoshida-san mo hatachi desu. Yoshida-san mo hatachi desu. This dictionary is 2,000 yen. この辞書は2000年です. その辞書も2000年です. This is my bicycle. That is my bicycle too. Every bicycle belongs to me. これは僕の自転車です. それも僕の自転車です. たけしさんの専攻は歴史. 僕の専攻も歴史です. Answer the following questions in the negative. These are all personal questions. Blank blank read maru stands for your name. You will want to replace it with watashi. No, I'm going boku. Blank san. Replace it. So, kappa-san wa kaishain desu ka? You don't get to know. If I'm an office worker. Kappa-san wa Nihonjin desu ka? Boku wa Nihonjin janai. Amerika shushin desu. Amerika shushin desu. Kappa-san no 専攻は歴史ですか? いいえ、僕の専攻は歴史じゃないです. あれはカップさんの自転車ですか? I wish it was my bike. いいえ、それは、or I guess あれは僕の自転車じゃない。それはカップさんの傘ですか? ピンクですか? ピンクじゃない。そして僕の傘じゃないです。Listen to the dialogue of the kiosk and find the prices of the following items. That is a listening thing, and we do not have a listening material to go along with it. So we can't answer these things. These require like a CD where it's a listening thing to go along with it. I will say, I do think that these worksheets are very, very helpful. I do think that the Genki textbook gets used for a reason, and it is because it is pretty dang useful for practicing a lot of these things. I forget how the audio sounds, like whether it's really helpful audio conversations, but just these practice questions and stuff have been very, very helpful. Are like very, very well designed, where they do have you practice the things that you just learned. They breeze through them very, very quickly though, so I feel like maybe they deserve to go a little bit slower. But especially since a lot of, like, if you're doing stuff in college where it's going semester by semester, you only have like one class session to go over like a huge chunk, like 1 week to go over like a whole freaking chapter, and that's a lot of stuff. Mark bless, etc., etc. Answer the following questions in Japanese. Nihonjin desu ka? Ninensei desu ka? Senkou wa keizai, I think that's like economics. Okasan wa Nihonjin desu ka? Who's Okasan? My Okasan? Otosan wa nansai desu ka? He's old. Nihongo no hon wa ikura desu ka? Too expensive. Actually, you know what? Less expensive than American books. Verb conjugation. All right, we're not there yet, but we'll be getting there. We're just practicing all sorts of numbers and prices and stuff. That's our lesson for today, is all sorts of numbers and prices and stuff. And these couple of vocab words. Enpitsu wa 50 yen desu. Kasa wa 1000 yen desu. Or is it just 1000 yen desu? I think it's just 1000 yen desu. Shinbun wa 110 yen desu. 110 yen desu. Hon wa 1500 yen desu. Kutsu wa 3500 yen desu. Tokei wa 1万円です。カバンは2万円です。辞書は8000円です。ジーンズは$90 jeans. What the fuck? An $80 dictionary. What the fuck? I can understand a watch for $100 and a bag for $200 if it's a super good designer bag. But a dictionary for $80, what the fudge, man? And jeans for $90. You got ripped the fucking off. You got ripped the fucking fuck off, my fuck. $250 bike, it better be a damn good bike too. I mean, that's not absurd, it's not unheard of, but still. So, jitensha wa 25000 yen desu. Note wa 450 yen desu. Boshi wa 2800 yen desu. Pair work. Oh, I don't have a partner. I don't have a partner. One of you looks at picture A and the other one looks at picture B. Don't look at the picture. Find out the price of all the items. I can't do that. I don't have a partner. Items それは何ですか? Items 1 through 6 are near you, and items 7 through 12. 7 through 12 over here, 1 through 6 here, 7 through 12 there. Are near your friend. Your friend asks what these things are called in Japanese. Pay attention to kore and sore. This is also a vocal exercise, but we just practiced all that. What is this? What's that thing? Got T-shirts. Is that a note? Is that a dictionary? That's a dictionary. That's just a hon. Nihon hon. Is that a wallet? Is that supposed to be a wallet? Saifu? Saifu desu ka? Look at the picture and tell what each building is. Library is a Toshokan. A Sakura University is Sakura Daigaku. A bank is a Ginko. Post office is a Yubinkyoku. And a coffee shop is a Kisaten. Pair work. Look at the pictures. Sentences. このペンは、この鉛筆は、60円です。そのペンは290円です。And あそのパソコンは6万8000円です。6万8000円です。そのノートは I assume that's a notebook. Maybe a saifu. そのノートは4300 God, my stomach just growled so loudly. 4300円。この辞書は3500円です。その自転車は17000円です。Wait, 17000円です。Pair work. Let me look at card A, let me look at card B. We can skip that stuff. Look at the picture and answer where the following are. 銀行はどこですか？あそこです。ありがとうございます。It looks like she's saying, where's the toilet? トイレは何ですか？トイレは、ここです。図書館は何ですか？どこですか？図書館はあそこです。靴はThis fucking idiot Mary. She can't find the shoes. 靴はどこですか？靴はあそこです。靴はあそこです。山下先生はどこですか？山下先生はあそこです。メニューは Alright, that one like is also unforgivable, but like that's fine. You know, maybe if she can't tell who's behind the flowers, you know. And maybe she doesn't read Japanese. メニューはどこですか？メニューはそこです。辞書はどこですか？辞書はここです。Pair walk. Point at each of the items below. Ask whose it is. Your partner will refer to picture B to tell you whose it belongs to. No idea whose it belongs to. Look at the pictures below and describe each picture. Kasa wa nihonjin desu. Second year. Meari-san wa 2年生です。Carlosさんも2年生です。このカバンは5800円です。そのカバンも500 8000円です。22 years old. たけしさんは I got it back! たけしさんは、22歳です。ロバートさんも22歳です。7 o'clock. Seoul and Tokyo. Seoul. I assume it's still Seoul. Is it Seoul-wa or Seoul-ni? Seoul-ni-wa. Seoul-wa. Let's look up at the clocky times. Wherever they were before. There's something around here. Tokyo wa ima nanji desu ka? 午前3時です。 really didn't spend a whole lot of time with the grammar on that. It really doesn't go a whole lot of time. It does it as a single question and then a single answer without the main word. 今何時ですか ?1 時半。東京は今何時ですか Like, what would you do if you wanted to do a shorter sentence? You could do the longer sentence. 東京は今 like, you know, 9時半です You could do that. But if you wanted to do a shorter sentence, would you just... I suppose you couldn't do like Tokyo wa there. You might need the ima. You might need the ima in there, in which case it's always going to be the place and then ima and then just nothing else. No other particle. Let's go all the way down here once again to where we were before. Soul wa ima 7時ですか 7時ですか I think it's 7時 7時ですか Tokyo 今 Tokyo も今7時です Tomato and carrot. Carrot is ninjin? Ninjin? I think that's ninjin. And tomato is just tomato. Tomato は野菜です。Ninjin も野菜です。University of London students. ロバットは、ロンドンの大学の、ロンドンの大学の、学生です。ナンシーもロンドン大学の学生。Let me try on the next page and answer the following questions. Okay, so. たけしさんは中国人ですか With a name like たけしさん Probably not. たけしさんは日本人です。中国人じゃないです。ロバットさんはアメリカ人ですかロバットさんはアメリカ人じゃない。イギリス出身です。握り出身です。山下先生は韓国人ですか山下先生は韓国人じゃない。日本人です。スーさんの専攻は経済ですかスーさんの専攻はコンピューターですかコンピューターです。ロバットさんの専攻は日本語ですかロバットさんの専攻は日本語じゃない歴史です。たけしさんは桜大学の学生ですかいいえ、たけしさんは、桜大学の学生です。メアリーさんはロンドン大学の学生ですかいいえ、メアリーさんはアリゾナ大学の学生です。アリゾナ。たけしさんは2年生ですかたけしさんは2年生じゃない4年生です。スーさんは1年生ですかいえ、スーさんは3年生です。ロバットさんは4年生です。はい、ロバットさんは4年生です。Pair walk. Ask your partner whose belongings these are. And we can skip that. Oh, I guess we can answer those based on these pictures. That's all they have in their bags. この傘は、誰のですかこれは誰の傘ですか It has little flowers on it. それは 陽光の傘です。その傘はリーさんです。リーさんの傘です。これは誰のペンですか？これはメリーさんのペンです。etc. etc. Roleplay. One student is a store attendant, the other is a customer. Use dialogue, one is a model. Roleplay. Just have fun. Just roleplay. Go to the restaurant, look at the menu below and order some food or drink, using dialogue 2 as a model. Teishoku. Oh, that is spa. Spaghetti. Kare. Soba. Udon. Saidoichi. Sandoichi. Ice cream. Don't they just say ice? Ice. Ramen. Hamburger. Coffee. Cola. Salada. Kocha. Not just cha or ocha. Juice and milk. Teishoku. I've never seen teishoku before. Is that just a meal? Shoku's eat. Meal. But what is te? I think that's it. I think we're done for the day. We're kind of close to the... I feel like some of these got repeated. We're kind of close to the end of this, so I guess we will continue just for these last couple of pages. Look at the picture and ask who each person is, then add more questions about the nationality, occupation, etc. as an example. No, I don't care. It's just Dare desu ka? Dare desu ka? Who is that? Enpitsu wa ikura desu ka? We've already answered a bunch of those. We've already answered a bunch of these. Oh, I'm tired, hungry. I need some food. I need food. I'm hungry. I need food. Yeah, that's it. It's all just extra practice. That is the end of our studying today. A whole bunch of number stuff and a whole bunch of prices and a few vocab words. It's fun talking about Metallica. It was I'll probably do maybe a drawing stream one of these next couple of nights. Tomorrow night, I believe, since it is Wednesday, Thursday right now, tomorrow night is going to be the Celeste game. I'm going to be playing Celeste at around like midnight Pacific time, I think. And we'll be doing some of the late night Celeste stream, because I think that was when some of the other people watching, the people who were there to watch Celeste last time, recommended. They wanted to see some of the extra levels, so that's the time we agreed on there. And so yeah, tomorrow night Celeste. Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday right now. So I'll probably have a Pokemon stream in the afternoon too. So if you see a Pokemon stream go live, that's me. I'm that one. I'm the only one. If you see any other Pokemon streams besides me, don't click on it. It's clickbait. It's a virus. It'll give you a virus. Just watch me. Only click on that one with the cup of noodles in it. That's the safe one. All the others are gonna infect your virus with porn, but not the good kind. The bad kind. The kind that you don't like specifically. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. You know, that one that you're just like, oh man, there's so much of this, but I'm not into this. It's gonna be that one. When you're just casually browsing, you're just like, man, this is fun. I'm having a good time. And then just like, ah, shit, why'd this have to ruin my good time when that shit appears? You know, it's going to be like that one. That's the kind. So yeah. See you tomorrow or see you today. Fuck. It's always, for me, it's tomorrow when, it's not tomorrow until I go to sleep and wake up. So it doesn't matter if it's like 8 a.m. It's not tomorrow if I haven't gone to sleep yet. That's still tonight. So, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.